Several volcanic earthquakes were recorded in and around Mayon volcano over the weekend. Alert level 1 has been up over Mayon since last week. And we now talk to FIVOLC's Director Renato Solidum. Good morning, Director Solidum. Thank you for taking our call today.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, how would you describe these volcanic quakes recorded near Mayon? What exactly causes them at gaano kalakas itong mga to?
Well, these volcanic earthquakes are not really felt. These are very small, and most likely there are two possible causes of these volcanic earthquakes. This can be one related to hydrothermal activity, as boiling of water would produce this type of earthquakes, or sometimes magma movement. Nonetheless, the activity has not really escalated. Note that we have maintained the alert level number 1 at Mayon volcano since July last year. However, if we look at the top of the volcano, we can still see the glow of the crater, meaning hot gases are being emitted from the crater. There's also some slight inflation or pamamaga, meaning there's some pressure at the middle slopes of Mayon volcano since last week. Therefore, we would like to reiterate to the public that Mayon volcano is at an abnormal level, and entry into the 6-kilometer radius permanent danger zone is strictly prohibited.
All right, so as you mentioned, alert level 1 is out. For the benefit of our viewers, what exactly does this mean for people in that area, Director?
At alert level 1, restriction is made into the entry of people from outside into the 6-kilometer radius permanent danger zone. There are still those people living inside. They have to be aware of the threat. They should not go up further towards the crater of the volcano, because there are possibilities of one, rockfall events, mahulog po yung bato, sometimes steam-driven explosion, which would be dangerous for people moving closer to the top. It is also important that they need to keep abreast of the updates of the condition of the volcano, and any changes, we will actually possibly raise it if in case there is an increased activity to alert level 2. However, at alert level 1, what is needed is not to go closer to the crater of the volcano.
So as of now, sir, no need for evacuations?
No need for evacuation.
All right. Now, do we expect more volcanic activity from Mayon in the coming days?
Well, it all depends on how fast the activity will deteriorate. Right now, actually, in the past 24 hours, we have not recorded volcanic earthquakes. We also have measured the sulfur dioxide gas being emitted from the crater. We have detected low levels of sulfur dioxide gas, more than 300, which is below the normal 500 tons per day.
Right. So for now, she's looking pretty steady, but again, that could change, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Director Solidum, I want to talk about the recent earthquake in Davao, that 7.1 magnitude quake, which was in Davao Occidental. Intensities were felt in several areas, including all the way up in eastern Visayas. Could you tell us briefly which plates were moving and involved in that earthquake?
It is most likely that the earthquakes movement along the Philippine coast, where the Philippine Sea plate was beneath it. Now, the distance to the nearest land was more than 200 kilometers, and the earthquake was close to 200 kilometers on the surface, and it's really related to a subduction movement along a subduction like the Philippine Trends.
Director, I know it's impossible to predict earthquakes, but are we expecting more movements from those plates that caused the Davao quake?
Well, we have been developing earthquake scenarios, in particular along the Philippine Trends. We have been telling people living near the southern and eastern coast of the Philippines that we need to prepare for strong earthquakes along the Philippine Trends. Of course, we don't know exactly when this will happen, but there have been large earthquakes in the past, and there are still areas along the trends that have not moved, meaning energy is being stored up. And that is the scenario that we need to really prepare for. However, for the other areas in the Philippines, we are similarly in the same situation. They need to also prepare for strong earthquake events. And I think the magnitude 7.1 earthquake offshore of southeastern Mindanao is a reminder for all of us that despite the COVID-19 pandemic, where our attention is really focused on that, we need to be preparing for natural hazards like large earthquake events or even tsunamis.
That's right. That threat doesn't go away. Thank you for that reminder and spending part of your morning with us, Director Renato Solidum of FIVOLCS.